There he is.
I am.
May have to mute,
Okay, hey, Deb.
on the actual YouTube.
All right, the clock on the wall said 6 o'clock, huh?
Yes, sir.
I am.
Okay, all right.
On the actual YouTube.
Well, let's try this one time. Call this meeting to order.
Yeah, mute the YouTube.
With that, let's try to do the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'll come back to the roll call because we gotta still seem to be a couple of people missing. There's Mary, Robert, Donald, Bill, Deb, got the new commissioner, Ronald, Ike, and Mary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So,
I'm here.
and Eric is here.
And Steve's here.
And Steve. All right. All accounted for. All right. Again, let's try to do this Pledge of Allegiance. If we can get this done after all these years of practicing not being together, we might be able to sell our technique. So here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty
And justice for all.
and justice for all.
Not
Well,
bad.
not bad. Well, at least we said it. All right. Can I get approval for our meeting on December 13, 2021?
The
I had
minutes.
one real minor thing, it's Donald.
Yes, sir. Go
On
ahead.
page, and this really is minor, but I think I'm right. I'll stand corrected if needed. Under 8, new business election commissioner, it had Wright nominated Tomei as vice chair and Tomei declined. I thought that was Frank, but I'm not sure.
I think it was Frank.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
all right. As I said, very
you're
minor,
saying-
not material, but I know.
Right.
Thanks.
Just so we have it right, it's Commissioner Brockwood nominated Commissioner Tomei as vice chair, correct?
Correct.
We'll get it changed.
All right.
All right. Can I get a nomination? Not a nomination, but can I have something to approve the minutes?
I second.
Okay, it's been properly moved in second. Okay, any questions? Any questions? No questions? The minutes are approved for December 13, 2021 with the
Go ahead.
correction.
Yeah, go ahead and just let everybody say yay or nay. Just go through that. I know it's a
Okay.
little hard on the video, but that's the best way to do it.
Okay, all in favor, please say yay.
Yay.
Yes.
Nays have the same. No nays, any abstentions? No abstentions and no nays. So the minutes for December 13th, 2021 has been approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, any public comments? Well, I'm not public, but please remember to do your ethnic filings. You have until 30 March, but please do it as soon as possible.
Yeah, I just, in mention of that, Leroy, I just got an email that the system is new this year. It said to, if you didn't get the email, there is a new link. So let me know if anyone didn't get the email. It says you can sign on with your existing login ID and password, but you have to go into the new system to.
Right, and
complete
it'll
the
ask you,
form.
it'll ask you a couple of questions that authenticate you as that person, and then it will reroute you to the new page where you can still do your filing.
When was the email sent?
The email was sent to me. I don't have the date.
I got it on January 4th.
Okay, so I haven't received it.
Okay, I will.
And it could be, I don't know. It could be because the governor has not sent the verification for reappointment.
Well, I got the email, and I haven't got mine signed yet either. So,
Okay.
Leroy,
yes, sir.
could you just circulate the email that you got so then everybody is on the same wavelength?
Sure can.
Thank
Sure
you.
can. Mhm. Okay. Ramona, you about to say something?
I was going to say we have a representative for our district at the South Carolina Ethics Commission, and I can reach out to them and just make sure they have updated contact information for all the commissioners.
Okay, would you please do
Okay.
that?
Yes, sir.
Ramona.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Okay, any other public comments? I don't see any other one, no one else on the line with us.
Leroy,
Yes, sir.
would you just introduce Ron? So everybody
Okay,
knows.
Yeah, I will let Ron introduce himself, because
Okay.
I talked to him on yesterday and told him to be sure to sign in, come into the Zoom meeting tonight, so he could introduce himself. So, Ron?
Ron is here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Would you please introduce yourself to the commissioners?
Yes, you all. I'm Ronald Coleman. I reside right off of Chisholm Road. A little bit of my background. I began my career with St. John's Fire District in June of 1988. I retired in March of 2017. So I went in at 19 and I left at 49. During those years, I obtained the rank of captain, station commander, EMT, resident state fire marshal, 2 meritorious service awards. The last 20 plus years of my career, I was actually the captain on Kiowa Island. So I've seen a tremendous change within this district. And I'm just here to keep doing what I can do to keep St. John's as great as it is.
All right,
Welcome
sir.
aboard.
Yes, welcome aboard, and thank you for that. Yes, I wear my military caps a lot, and I get this comment. Thank you for your service. So to you, Ron, thank you for your service.
No problem. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
All right. Chief, it's time for your chief report.
All right, good evening, everybody. Got several things to just go over tonight with you. Welcome, Captain Coleman, back to St. John's, and we look forward to getting your paperwork signed hopefully here soon. So wanted to first thank the commission for adjusting the commission meeting, giving us a couple days to kind of get our bearings and stuff as well too. We've got a lot going on in the district, and some of that we'll talk about tonight. First thing, obviously last Wednesday, Chief Whaley was involved in a motor vehicle collision versus a semi truck where he was seriously injured. Basically how we were notified of that was it came up on the MDT screens for the our on-duty battalion chiefs, even though it was in St. Paul's jurisdiction area. And several of our personnel went and responded to the scene, including Chief Stanley, who's here, and a couple of other of our chiefs. I responded and met them at the hospital. So, luckily, they let us in the trauma room. Myself and Chief Stanley were in the trauma room while they worked on Chris, and we notified his wife and other family members. And obviously, I want to publicly thank, and I thank them privately as well too, but the the job that St. Paul's did in the extrication was fast and efficient. The medics who responded, who probably ultimately wound up saving his life, really just did a phenomenal job. And then of course, MUSC's team down there is a group of all-stars. And luckily he's doing better. He's out of ICU. He's in a different floor in a different room now. Several of our personnel have been able to actually visit him, even though they've kept things pretty restricted with COVID going on. So we are looking forward to Chief Whaley making a recovery and joining us back. What we've done is tried to support his family as much as possible. I know several of our firefighters have done different things and set up the meal train and donations, and we thank everybody for reaching out, their thoughts, their prayers. And I want to say too that our response partners, I mean, minutes after it happened, jumped in to help as well too. City of Charleston bought lunch that Wednesday when we were all at the hospital, and some of our personnel were at the hospital, and bought lunch for Chief Whaley's family. So lots of people reaching out, and we can't thank them enough for their help. And we, like I said, Chief Whaley's doing better. He still has some hurdles to jump, but we're thankful that he looks like he's going to be doing and rejoining us hopefully later this year. So just to keep some other things going on, COVID obviously is why we're virtual and why this has kind of also been dominating conversation as well too. As of right now, we have 6 people out. There's a few more that today we're not feeling well that we're still waiting on results on. So some of our response partners too have been getting hit pretty hard, and obviously I think everybody's job everywhere is getting hit really hard right now. Seems like more mild cases, but a lot more of them. So luckily right now we're still holding steady. We are still doing our masks and getting tested, people testing as much as possible too. So we did submit, or very soon we'll be submitting for an Assistance to Firefighters grant to cover the SCBAs. I discussed with you that I believe the last commission meeting as well too, so that we can get funded the SCBAs instead of outright purchasing those. We are in a hiring cycle right now. We're actually doing testing today and tomorrow for new hires. The paramedic program has started. We currently have 4 personnel that have started the paramedic class, and we'll continue to work on that EMS through the EMS work group. Chief Whaley was spearheading that, but we'll kind of keep that moving with Chief Ensign as well too, to keep moving on that and keeping Chief Whaley in the loop as well too. So we do have that apparatus. We do have an engine on order from our last bond, and we are going to prepare to move forward with 2 additional engines for the bond that just closed. And I know Deborah will likely discuss that a little bit in the bond and the finance portion of that, but I just want to let you know that we were moving forward with getting those things ordered and spec'd out and everything. Update EMS at Station 6. Town of Keel Island is a new public safety director that I've been working directly with on this. We have a plan in place for them to, once some work is done at Station 6, for them to start that program as soon as that work is done. So we've agreed on an MOU between us and EMS. We're ironing out some things, so we're hopefully that will kick off soon for Keel Island as well too. We did delay. We were scheduled to have a lieutenant's exam earlier in January last week. We did delay that a month due to COVID issues with people eligible to take the test, and also proctors for that exam too. So we thought it was prudent to, because of COVID, that we were going to delay that as February, and that's something that really can't be done virtual. That exam needs to be in person. So we want to make sure that we're doing being as safe as possible and limiting exposure within headquarters and also our other stations as well too. So last month, Chief Pate retired. We went over that. We recently promoted Captain Enriquio. We're not going to do his promotion here tonight, but I'd like to recognize him back when we can hopefully be in person again soon. So he was promoted to battalion chief just a couple weeks ago and is already working in that role. We do have MDTs and computers. We're slowly replacing all of those right now as well too. And I think that pretty much wraps up my part. I will turn it over quick to Chief Henson to go over some incident numbers with you.
All right, good evening, everybody. Going over December 2021's incident totals. There were a total of 302 incidents in December. 185 were on Johns Island, 47 on Kiowa, 34 on Seabrook, and 36 on Wadmalaw. That total was 3,691, which was 273 more than the previous year in 2020. So still a trend upwards as far as overall call volume.
Do we know how many of the calls for Station 1 related to the city of Charleston?
We would have to pull those specifically, but we can get that fairly easily.
Yep.
Sorry, we don't have those right offhand, though. Sorry. And just like, excuse me, sorry, just like Kevin said, we did see pretty much a rise around the country in incident call volumes. Ours was about 200 some, but everybody's incidents are going up, just to let you know. So other than that, I think that concludes my report. If anybody has any questions for me.
No one has any questions for the chief? All right. Well, if you think of anything a little later, well, you can always catch him. He'll be here. Ramona, will you please let us know how we stand?
Yes, sir. Happy Monday, everyone.
No, Thursday.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Happy
Do
Thursday.
not take me back.
Old habits.
I know, right? Okay, so for the December financial report, our budget remaining goal is 50%, and our actual budget remaining percentage is 51.19. So we are trending very, very close. And so December kind of went hand in hand with me working on the mid-year budget, which we'll talk about on January 19th. But we're very close, just to put that out there. The bank balances as of December for our operating, it's roughly $5 million. For the LGIP, pretty much stays the same other than a little bit of interest every month, roughly 11,000 there. For the revenue in December, we just received various small donations and reimbursements. And then we received a wire transfer from Charleston County for roughly $2 million, and that was for November property taxes. The expenses, the non-standard overtime for December was roughly $39,000, just a little bit higher compared to November. And then for capital projects, our 2018 balance is roughly $39,000, and the 2021 GO bond is roughly $982,000. Back to the property taxes, the monthly property tax collections for the November collections increased by $77,000 compared to last November. So year to date, we have roughly $3 million in property tax collections. I expect to receive December and January collections. That should pretty much be the bulk of what we will receive for the remainder of the year. The year-to-date operating expenditures as of December was 8.6 million, and that includes outstanding encumbrances. The year-to-date non-standard is about $231,000. Year-to-date salaries and standard overtime is at 3.2 million. Our vacation sick is at $391,000. And the staff efficiency for December is 83%. No COVID-related personnel expenses for December, but you can expect to see some in January.
Okay.
Our current staffing requirements, 3 officers, 4 firefighters, and 1 admin. As Ryan mentioned, for the recruiting updates, we are currently recruiting for certified and recruit firefighters. And the testing dates were January 13th and the 14th. For the workers' comp update, we have 2 employees on light duty from injuries that occurred in October and December. And then for a COVID vaccine update, all staff are vaccinated or those with exemptions are following testing requirements. And that's all I have. Do I have any questions?
Ramona,
Yes.
and looking at the dashboard, the expenses are 8.6 million, and revenue is 3 million.
Yes, sir.
And is that just due to the lag in the amount of property taxes that the county has not remitted to us?
You're absolutely correct. And when when we review things in the office, that's one of the points that I make. We spend first, but we don't always we don't have the cash, we have the budget. So yes, I expect between January and February, which will include December and January's collections, it should make up for some of that. We have not drawn down on a TAN, which normally helps with cash flow. So we've been holding our cash flow steady. And again, I've said, and we'll talk about this with mid-year, if we don't draw down on the TAN, then we don't use the expenditure line item that we budgeted for the interest.
But if you did revenue on an accrual basis, as opposed to a cash basis, how much, what would that amount be?
Well, revenue is posted or booked when it's earned. So, and received. And that's how it works with accrual basis. So we haven't received it yet. So we didn't book anything, or we don't book any receivables. So it is what it's showing, the 3 million.
Okay, it just creates a very distorted view of where we are. That's the reason I raised it.
It does. That's why hopefully by the time we talk about the mid-year, we'll get some more collections in. But unfortunately, to meet the needs of the district, we have to spend based on our budgeted line items, and we don't always have the cash there. And historically, that's why the district always takes a TAN out. However, it's just that I've been doing some analysis to where we don't have to take that TAN out, but that's the purpose of the TAN, the short term, to get us through for cash flow.
Okay. You know what may be worthwhile thinking about, Ramona? Is just to, in the footnotes to the dashboard, if you would just show what it would be on an accrual basis.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds good. Anything else?
All right.
That's all I have.
Deb, you want to chime in on anything?
Well, just to remind everyone that Thursday, the 19th, our meeting's going to be at 1 o'clock. It will be a Zoom meeting. And that's when Ramona's going to go over the mid-year information with us. So I did invite all the commissioners, not just the finance committee. But Ramona, I guess you'll have something to pass out to us that morning, maybe?
Actually be sending it the day before. I'll send it an email.
Great. Okay, so anyone that's not available on Thursday at 1 o'clock, at least you're going to get the documentation. So if you have any questions, if you just want to email Ramona and CC me in, we can still provide the additional information, but we'll go over it in detail on Thursday at 1 o'clock. I'm sorry, Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Wednesday the 19th at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, yes. All right. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Donald, attorney's update.
Yeah, 3 things. Number one, Our excellent bond attorney, Gary Pope and company did all the things they needed to do for the bond issue. That seemed to be smooth as far as I know. Number two, on the lawsuit involving St. John's Water and the fire hydrants, I'm still waiting to hear back from their lawyer about setting up a mediation. It's been the holidays, and with all the COVID, I think everybody's just slowed down on trying to set anything involving too many people, but I will have something from him, I'm sure, by next meeting. And then last but not least, there is a hearing in federal court next week about the vaccination mandate case that the plaintiffs made a motion to withdraw their case. They made a motion to withdraw it without prejudice, which is a legal term meaning with the ability to refile if they felt like it. Our attorney has moved to make it with prejudice, meaning once you take it back, you can't say, oops, I'll just come back later. It'll be dismissed forever. And I feel good about that part of it. I think Judge Norton will probably rule to dismiss it with prejudice, but he's the judge and I'm not. So I will report back at next meeting and let you know what he did. And that's my report.
Okay. Are there any questions for Donald on anything?
Thank you.
Okay. All right. No questions, Donald. Okay. Going to old business. Are there any old business we need to discuss?
I do have one thing.
Yes, sir.
You know, we're requiring our employees to be vaccinated and such for our protection, their protection. What are the partners in the response doing in theirs? Because I've heard there's some that's not going to do any vaccination and they're not requiring any type.
I can speak to that a little bit. So City of Charleston and North Charleston both had vaccine requirements for all of their municipal personnel, not just fire and police. North Charleston even declined accommodations for their fire and police personnel as well too. They are the only people that I know of that did a vaccine requirement or mandate. So our other response partners have not approached that as well too. Now, I think something we can discuss in executive session is where that's going within the state of South Carolina as well too, because there's some updates on that that I'd emailed last week too, but that's for our response partners. Those would be the only two that have also done it.
But I have some concerns from it because it kind of puts our employees at some danger if they're responding with us. And some of their opinions are very nonchalant, so.
Right, I can understand that. You know, a lot of times, you know, especially for the medical calls, it's pretty much, you know, it's pretty much us. I'm not downplaying that at all, but you know, it's us. But yes, I can see on the fire scene where we do have our response partners as well too, but we can discuss that a little bit more as well.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Ari. Any other questions for new business or comments? All right, that was old business. Okay, new business. Any new business we need to discuss or need to be added on? None?
None.
Okay, now it's time for committee reports. All right, Bill, you up, sir.
Okay, first of all, I apologize for having no video. My computer is not working well, and so I'm on my iPhone, and I can't get the video to work on the iPhone either. So you'll have to trust that I am actually here. We took bids for the RFQ for the maintenance building on December 16th. And just as a reminder, I call that an RFQ because that's sort of what it is, since it's a design build bid. The only bids we really look at in this round are the design costs. So the bidders did offer an estimated cost of construction, but that's really changeable depending on what we decide we're going to do as the building is designed. So the building committee met then on the next day, on December 17th, to open and review the bids, which we did. And then we met again on January 6th to conduct a further review, and we'll discuss all those results in executive session. That's all I have. If there's any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
No questions for Bill? All right, sir. Thank you very much. Deb, got some more for us?
Well, we may not have monthly finance meetings, but as we go forward through the year, and our next big step is going to be the budget for 2023. So that'll be kicking in here pretty quickly. I just wanted to kind of take see if everyone, if Thursday afternoon, the Thursday before our commission meeting, if that works for the commissioners. And for Ramona, Ryan, your team, is Thursday afternoon, the week before commission, a good time to try and have the finance committee meetings monthly? Sounds like no opposition. Okay, so that's all I have, Leroy.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, Steve.
We did not have a meeting, so there's nothing to report. Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you. Eric, strategic.
We did not have a meeting, so there's no report.
All right. I'm gonna be calling you. We probably need to sit down and discuss, and looking and reading the newspaper. They are buying up a lot of stuff around this Johns Island area. So we probably need to look and see what we need to do to get started on that Kewah River, and look at some other things. So I'll get back with you, and then we'll come up with a date, and then so we can have a meeting so we can discuss that. All right, sir?
That's fine.
All right, sir. Thank you. Any public firefighter comments? No one's here, huh? No public comments. All right. Commissioners' comments. I would hope we would either start on the left or the right, but now I can't do that. So Eric, you were the last to spoke, so you be the first to start us off. How about that?
Well, I would just like to welcome everybody into the new year. I hope theirs are going better than mine has so far. Welcome Ron to the commission as soon as he gets appointed. And I think I got to have a discussion with Donald on barbecue. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure glad you said that, man.
I'm open to tasting anybody's anytime.
All right. All right. All right. That's it, Eric? All right, Miss Jones, Commissioner Jones.
Well, good evening once again to each and every one. It's a belated Happy New Year's to you guys. And also welcome our new commissioners. We hope and pray that you will enjoy being on this board. God bless you. Y'all stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Ike, you've been quiet tonight.
Okay. I'd like to say welcome to Ron Coleman. Also to say thank God that Willie is recuperating. And I'd like to thank Chief for the way he had the information updates to take the time and let us know what's going on. I really appreciate that. And I want us to tell all the personnel that we appreciate what they're doing and their cooperation and all they do. And that'll do for me. And thank everybody for what they do.
All
all
right,
the
sir.
commissioners, all the employees.
All right, sir. All right, thank you. Bob, sir.
Just wish everybody a happy new year. Ron, welcome aboard. Nice to have a new face. Special thanks for, I think, everybody's prayers for Chief Whaley. It seems like our prayers have been working. That's all I have.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bill?
Yeah, welcome to Ron, and continued prayers to Chief Whaley and his family. We're all pulling for him. That's all.
All right. Deb?
Well, I'd also like to welcome Ron. Welcome to join the commission. It does appear that our prayers for Chief Whaley are working. I was really impressed with the meal train. The initial request for contributions was surpassed, so they had to up their goal because there were so many people contributing. So that was really good to hear. And I hope that we can get through these new COVID cases and try to get some normalcy back in the next couple of months, because I know it's really rough on everybody. And I appreciate all the hard work everybody's doing to keep us rolling along. Thank you, Chief Koenig, sir. That's it.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Steve?
Like to welcome Ron to the commission. Like to congratulate Battalion Chief Rico on his promotion. My prayers and go out to Chief Whaley and his family. I'd like to thank everyone for the support they've given Chief Whaley and his family. Happy New Year and stay safe.
All right, sir. And I'm gonna ditto what everyone said. Please stay safe. Traffic on Johns Island, Guatemala, Seabrook, and Kewah, especially coming down Betsy Carrison to Bohicket, has began to really be terrible. It's always been bad, but this is beginning to be terrible. So please be careful. When you have some relatives or friends coming in, they aren't used to the oak trees moving, please let them know about the oak trees. They do walk. With that, that's all I have. Need a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
All right, second. Who made the motion, please?
Bob.
Bob?
Yep.
And
this is for
second.
contractual matters. I'd put on there, please, on the minutes. Thanks.
Okay.
And
thank
legal.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, legal and contractual matters. Okay, thank you. Bob and
Yes,
Deb.
so for executive session, the telephone number and the access code never changes. It is the consistent, but I did tag it on to the Zoom email with the telephone number and the access code. If anyone's having problems accessing their email, let me know. I'll text you the information, but it does stay the same every month.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So we'll see you in